The San Francisco 49ers minicamp is over, but what happened in those 2 days at the SAP Performance Center is setting the tone for what could be a game-changing season. And if you're a true Niners fan, what I'm about to break down is something you absolutely can't miss. From surprising performances to worrying red flags, what happened during those OTA sessions could play a big role in shaping the 2025 roster. So, brace yourselves because we're going in depth. This isn't a superficial recap. This is the inside scoop, straight from the field, packed with important details. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay in the know. Let's start with the name everyone's whispering about, but soon won't be able to ignore: Jacob Cowing. This fourth-round pick out of Arizona is no longer just a guy trying to make the team. He's a player threatening to rewrite the depth chart. Over 2 days, June 10th and 11th, with top receivers like Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall, and Jawan Jennings not participating, Cowing seized the moment in a way few rookies do, making play after play, showing speed, wiggle, and pure determination in that number 19 jersey. He looked like he belonged. And it wasn't just fans or reporters noticing, it was Kyle Shanahan himself, a coach notoriously hard on wide receivers, who praised Cowing's offseason work and how it translated onto the field. What makes Cowing so intriguing isn't just his performance, it's the context. The 49ers offense is loaded with weapons like George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, but what it's lacked in recent years is true top-end speed on the perimeter. Cowing brings that. He ran a 4.4 in the 40-yard dash and looked every bit as fast on the practice field. His emergence, alongside speedy rookies like Isaac Guerendo and Jordan Watkins, could add an entirely new dynamic to Kyle Shanahan's playbook. Imagine the possibilities: jet sweeps, bubble screens, stretch plays. This youth movement may finally bring the electricity this offense has been missing. And then there's Bryce Huff. If you didn't think this signing was a big deal, it's time to wake up. Huff was misused in Philadelphia, but in San Francisco's 4-3 wide 9 scheme, he looks like a star reborn. He's fast, explosively fast, with the kind of get-off that turns heads and collapses pockets. Defensive line coach Chris Kukurek has been working closely with him, and you can already see the difference. In this system, Huff can put his hand in the dirt and just go, a pure speed rusher reminiscent of a healthy D Ford. Let's be real for a second. Huff's presence on the edge could change everything for Nick Bosa. No more constant double teams. No more chips from tight ends. With Huff drawing attention, Bosa gets cleaner looks, and this defensive line becomes even more dangerous. Don't believe me? Let's talk numbers. In 2024, Huff ranked 10th in pass rush win rate, better than Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, and even former Niner Arik Armstead. In 2023, he was 7th in pass rush productivity and 3rd in pass rush win rate. Since 2022, he's behind only Micah Parsons. That's not hype, that's production. Christian McCaffrey, meanwhile, gave Niners fans a sigh of relief. He's healthy. He participated in every OTA and mandatory minicamp session, not just standing on the sidelines, but actively rebuilding himself from the ground up. This is huge. After dealing with bilateral Achilles tendonitis and a knee injury last season, McCaffrey committed to a full rebuild of his body this offseason. He didn't participate in full 11-on-11s, but he was moving well, focused on conditioning and mechanics. He said he didn't miss a single day, and that's what matters. For a player like McCaffrey, May and June aren't about going 100%, it's about getting right for September. Let's not forget Brandon Ayuk. No, he didn't practice, but he was there. He ran light routes, showed movement, and most importantly, wasn't isolating himself. One observation that jumped out: he spent significant time talking with Terrell Owens, Patrick Willis, and Frank Gore. 3 legends. One loud, polarizing Hall of Fame receiver, and 2 of the most respected Niners of all time. If Ayuk has frustrations or questions about his future, those are the right guys to be talking to. And it's a good sign that he's engaging with team legends rather than distancing himself. Upton Stout. Remember that name. The rookie corner out of Western Kentucky might just be your Week 1 starter in the slot when the Niners face Seattle. He got all the first-team reps at nickel during minicamp. Yes, he's 5 feet 8 inches, maybe 5 feet 9 inches, and yes, people questioned the pick. But this dude runs a 4.4, led all defensive backs in the bench press at the combine, and plays like he's 6 feet 2 inches. Swagger, physicality, stickiness in coverage, Stout's already turning heads. His highlight? Breaking up a pass intended for 6 feet 4 inches Isaiah Neyor. That's not a fluke, that's football IQ, timing, and fearlessness. Brock Purdy had a typical Purdy minicamp, shaky one day, solid the next. But that's who he is. Shanahan himself said it, if you're not making mistakes in practice, you're doing it wrong. Purdy uses this time to test limits, see what throws he can make. On the final day, he was sharp, decisive, and accurate. Playing the role of a point guard, distributing with ease and confidence. It was his best practice of the spring, and that's exactly what you want to hear heading into training camp. Finally, Kyle Shanahan. Rejuvenated. Energized. No more contract drama. No more Super Bowl hangover. Bags gone, gray hairs trimmed, voice full of purpose. Shanahan said this offseason he's as excited as he's been in a long time, and it shows. Attendance was perfect. Every player on the 90-man roster showed up. That says everything about the vibe around this team. What do you think about the breakout of Jacob Cowling, the rise of Bryce Huff, and the early signs from Christian McCaffrey and Upton Stout? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But not everything from this minicamp painted a rosy picture. While some players surged ahead, others saw their stock tumble, and we've got to talk about them, because these could be the cracks that determine whether the Niners soar or stumble in 2025. Let's start with kicker Jake Moody. The pressure cooker is fully on. This isn't just about missing a few kicks in June, this is about the confidence of a team that expects to contend for a Super Bowl. Moody missed again during minicamp, while Greg Joseph, brought in by special teams coach Brant Boyer, went a perfect 7 for 7. And that's not random. Joseph has history with Boyer from their time with the Jets. Boyer has been handpicking special teamers all offseason, and make no mistake, he doesn't care where Moody was drafted. This is about results. Let's face it, 70.6% on field goals last season is unacceptable. Moody was just 10 of 18 from week 10 onward. If the trend continues, he could be out despite being a third-round pick. That competition is real, and right now, Moody's on the losing end. Then there's Isaiah Neyor. At 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, with a 4.440-yard dash, he should dominate. But the red flags from college, jumping from Wyoming to Texas to Nebraska with little production, are showing up. During minicamp, he got physically outmatched by 5 feet 8 inches Upton Stout on a 50-50 ball. That's not just a bad rep, it's a damning one. You can't play small at the NFL level if you're built like a power forward. Quarterback Mac Jones didn't inspire confidence either. Yes, he threw a nice long pass to Cowling, but he also threw underneath a wide-open receiver for an interception. It's a complex offense, no doubt, and it will take time. But right now, Jones looks more like a project than a reliable backup. Here's where I turn it over to you. How confident are you in Jake Moody right now? Should the 49ers just drop the ball and go all in on Greg Joseph? And are players like Neyor already blowing their chances? Leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Niners!